I'll serve you out.
Well, you have settled it all to your own satisfaction, I have no doubt. Guilty, of course. Out with it, gum.
Sir, without having the honor of your acquaintance, I do say guilty.
I know you do. I knew you would. I told you so. But now, I'll ask you a question. Do you know that the law of England supposes every man or woman to be innocent until he or she is proved to be guilty?
Sir, as an Englishman myself,
Gum! Don't evade the question. Either you know it, or you don't know it. Which is it to be? Now, do you know it, or don't you know it?
Certainly I know it.
Certainly you know it. Then why didn't you say so at first? Now I'll ask you another question. Do you know that none of these witnesses have yet been cross-examined?
I can only say.
Why do you not answer yes or no? Now I'll try you again. Attend to me. Are you aware, or are you not aware, that none of these witnesses have yet been cross-examined? Yes or no? Come, I'll help you. You don't deserve help, but I'll help you. Look at that paper you hold in your hand. What is it?
What is it?
It is the printed paper you've just been reading from.
Undoubtedly.
Undoubtedly. Now turn to that paper and tell me whether it distinctly states that the prisoner expressly said that her legal advisors instructed her altogether to reserve her defense.
I just read that now.
Never mind what you read just now, ma'am. I don't ask what you read just now. You may read the Lord's Prayer backwards if you like, and perhaps have done it before today. Turn to the paper. No, my friend, not to the top of the column. You know better than that. To the bottom, to the bottom. Well, have you found it?
Here it is.
Now follow that passage with your eye and tell me whether it distinctly states that the prisoner expressly said that she was instructed by her legal advisors wholly to reserve her defense. Come, do you make that of it?
These are not the exact words.
Not the exact words. Is that the exact substance?
Yes.
Yes. And now I ask you what you say to the conscience of that woman who, with that passage before her eyes, to lay her head upon her pillow after having pronounced a fellow creature guilty unheard.
We began to suspect that Ms. Wopsle was not the woman we had thought her, and that she was beginning to be found out.
And that same woman, remember, that same woman might be summoned as a juryman upon this very trial, and having thus deeply committed herself, might return to the bosom of her family and lay her head upon her pillow, after deliberately swearing that she would well and truly try the issue joined between our sovereign lord the king and the prisoner at the bar, and would a true verdict give according to the evidence, so help her God.
All deeply persuaded that unfortunate Wopsle had gone too far, and had better stop in her reckless career while there was yet time.
From information I have received, I have reason to believe there is a blacksmith among you by the name of Joanne or Joe Gargery. Which is the one?
Here I am.
You have an apprentice commonly known as Pip. Is he here?
I'm here.
I wish to have a private conference with you two. It will take a little time. Perhaps we had better go to your place of residence. I prefer not to anticipate my communication here. You will impart as much or as little of it as you please, dear friends, afterwards. I have nothing to do with that. My name is Jaggers, and I am a lawyer in London. I'm pretty well known. I have unusual business to transact with you, and commence by explaining that it is not of my originality. If my advice had been asked, I should not have even been here. I was not asked, so I'm here. What I have to do as the confidential agent of another, I do no less, no more. Now, Joanne Gargery, I am the bearer of an offer to relieve you of this young fellow, your apprentice. You would not object to cancel his indentures at his request and for his good? You would want nothing for doing so?
Lord forbid that I should not want anything for not standing in Pip's way.